Shut Up or Shut Up.
That's right, everyone. It's time to Nut Up or Shut Up, and this is Tim with All Big Blue. We'll bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk entertainment. It's day 2 of training camp. We got a lot of fun, interesting stuff going on. We got a little details to give you. We got darn A Holmes versus the garbage can. Oops, I did it again. You know what? It's fun. It's interesting. It's day 2. You have the prognosticators who were Joe Judge enthusiasts who kissed the ring at the altar of Joe Judge now saying, you know what? Joe Judge was such a terrible head coach. Well, why didn't you say that 2 years ago when we said it? No. We're not even gonna get into that today. We're gonna get into some takeaways from day number dose here at training camp. We're also gonna be out on training camp on Friday. We'll be there sometime around 10 o'clock. So that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. We got a lot of bit of the dropsies, a little bit of the oopsies today at training camps. Looks like no one could hold on to the ball from Darius Slayton to Kadarius Toney actually had a couple drops, but he also looked good. Kenny G had some drops as well, but you know what? It's day 2. So I'm not going to be upset about it. It's day 2. I don't have a problem with it. Daniel Jones has evidently been looking okay. Mike Kafka's been calling the plays. He's been doing that through training camp as the first 2 days of training camp, but it's still not a given that he will be calling the plays on Sunday, but he is calling the plays right now. It's probably good practice for the kid because he is a kid to make these calls, to make these changes. So you know what? It's gonna be interesting. You have everyone going gaga crazy over the pre-snap motions that are designed to cause conflict within the defense. It's something they're not gonna do every down, guys. They're practicing it. Practice? You're talking about practice? You got so many people who've never played the game are going to sit there and tell you that pre-snap motions are the most important part of the game because you never played the game. But you know what? It's not going to be the focal point of the offense. Stop. Just stop. Stop giving out bad news and bad information. We did have a scary scene. Evidently, Mr. Holmes, Darnay Holmes, sorry, I can't talk today, collided with a trash can while doing some DB drills. He was pretty well shaken up, they said, but he was taken off the field. It is interesting because the media is not allowed to film training camp. They're not allowed to film certain aspects in training camp, the beat writers and everyone. So they're actually relying on people at camp and people on Twitter to give information. So Mr. Holmes, of course, got shaken up a little bit, but he returned to practice after only missing a single period. He's looked good through the first 2 days, looked good again today. Wan'Dale Robinson was also out on the field today. He was only one of the few ones that didn't have a drop. But you know what? He's been carrying the ball out of the backfield a little bit as a running back, so that's going to be interesting as well. Saquon Barkley worked with the running backs a little bit more extensively today. He basically said, I'm just doing that so I can be more well-rounded. Richie James Jr., excuse me. I don't even know who Richie James Sr. is, but Richie James Jr. evidently has been looking real good going back all the way to the OTAs. Made several stellar plays and some great catches, they're saying. Also made some catches on some one-on-one drills. He's having an excellent the first 2 days. But again, it is the first 2 days. And I love it because everyone's all excited because Kadarius Toney got to play his music. It was blaring in camp. It's so much of a difference than it was with Joe Judge. It's so different. These people they were kissing the ring of the juggernaut for 2 years. And now everyone's like, he was such a bad coach. I told you. You're a bunch of idiots. Now we have, like I said, but again, once we have to see that we had a little bit more of the drops again from our old buddy, Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton's having a rough camp, but you know what? It's day 2 of the camp. Daniel Jones, again, not looking the greatest. Now, at times, he was very inaccurate in the first out of camp. I believe he went 10 for 11 the second part of camp. So you know what? It is what it is, and there goes the dogs. It is what it is. Tyrod Taylor also looked very good today. He had a beautiful throw where he was under pressure and threw a beautiful ball to Slayton, but Slayton couldn't hold on to it. So you know what? It's early. Let's get the drops out of the way now. Because if you get the drops out of the way now, you know what's going to happen? You're hopefully going to move on from them when the regular season starts. So that's some of the interesting information. Like I said, I do find it interesting that the Giants are still not allowing people to record the practices. I still do find that extremely interesting. I find it at times extremely unsettling that, again, they're still trying to control the media narrative, but you know what? It's their team. They could do whatever they want. We just have to kind of just hold on and see what happens. You know what? Not a bad day, not a great day at camp, but you know what? It's only day 2. It's only day 2. It's gonna get better. The Dable and the Shane have been setting expectations, basically saying we need to walk before we can run. You had some nice plays and some nice pass breakups also away from Adoree Jackson and Aaron Robinson, and broke up a few pass plays today. Julian Love punched out of the ball from one of the receiver's hands and forced an incompletion, which was on the verge of a fumble. But you know what? It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I'm more excited about Holmes though. He basically had a repeat of yesterday with that lone interception of the day during the one-on-ones. It had one-on-ones again, and this time he did it by diving for the ball. See what I'm excited about Holmes. Let's see if he can move into the rotation, maybe even to the CB2 position. But you never know. I'll be at camp on Friday. Can't wait to see everyone. If you see me, say hello. I'll be sitting there with the family. So again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. We'll bring you the best in New York Giants sports talk entertainment. And as always, if you could like, subscribe. If you're ringing that bell, that'd be awesome.